on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. We're here to talk about the breakout players for the Houston Texans. I'm going to give you 5 guys that I believe can be breakout stars for this Houston Texans team. Let me rephrase it to breakout stars, okay? Not just a breakout season from players. No, I think these could be breakout stars, and I think it's a pretty obvious list. I don't think I have anyone that is very eye-popping except for maybe one, and I will justify it in just a minute. While you're at it, guys, go ahead and smash that like button. Easiest smash of your life. Go down in the comment section. Let me know, who do you think is the breakout stars for the Houston Texans? Drop them down in the comment section. You know I reply. If you don't know, if you can't think of anybody, just say, drop a swarm down in the comment section, because, we're always swarming here in Htown. It's always that swarm mentality. Swarm or die, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, let's move on to the breakout stars for the Houston Texans. And this list isn't in no particular order, so I'm just going to ramble off the offense first, and I'm going to start with Tank Dell. I know the ball is only going to go to so many people. You got Stephon Diggs. You added him this offseason. You extended Nico Collins, who was awesome for you last year. You still got Tank Dell, who is returning off an injury. You got Dalton Schultz back. Joe Mixon is there too. He's going to get some touches as a receiver. You drafted Cade Stover. You got Brevin Jordan as well. You got Noah Brown, John Mechie. There is multiple ways you can go about throwing the ball offensively. With that being said, Tank Dell is the guy for me that doesn't necessarily have to have one of those seasons that, oh my God, he is a superstar. But I think he could break out into the NFL media's way of being a star. What does that mean? Yes, it means having a good season. I do believe Tank Dell is still the favorite target for CJ Stroud. Let's not forget, CJ wanted this man to come to Houston way back when, 2 years ago, in the draft process. So if that was someone he wanted, then you can't still, take away the fact that Tank Dell was the guy CJ wanted, and I can see him getting multiple targets, plenty of receptions this year. I believe Tank Dell does reach the 1,000-yard season. I also do believe that you might have 3 1,000-yard receivers on this team. I don't think that's too much of a stretch to say, considering the Texans have, in my opinion, arguably the best wide receiver group in the NFL. So Tank Dell, I think, is one of the guys to be a breakout star for the Houston Texans. The second one on offense is on the offensive line. I'm not talking Titus Howard. I'm not talking Kenyon Green. I'm talking the center, Juice Scruggs. I was a big fan of Juice Scruggs last year after we drafted him. I'll be honest. I didn't really scout too many centers. I was really stuck on John Jingleheimer Schmidt, as anybody remembers that. Big old clip back in the day. Juice Scruggs, I love the nickname. I loved his story. I loved his will to get back into football after having a, back injury, spinal surgery, and it was amazing to see that he is back playing football, and then came back and was even better. And this man has been taking all of the snaps at center, according to many local media members that have watched OTAs and minicamp so far. So Juice Scruggs, in my opinion, is the guy to take the big leap to becoming a star at the center position for the Houston Texans. You should be excited for it. You should know that the offensive line is going to hold off many sacks against CJ Stroud. So hopefully, I think this is going to be one of those things that Juice Scruggs does end up being a star for this team, and I think it can happen as soon as this coming year. Now, we're going to move into the defense. I have 3 guys that I think are pretty obvious defensively that are going to be breakout stars. And we'll start first with Derek Stingley. Derek Stingley, to me, is a breakout star in the making. Now, yes, this all has to do with his health and his durability. He solves those issues. This man is a potential superstar in the making. Derek Stingley, when the tail end of the year when he was healthy the rest of the year, he was amazing to watch on the football field. We saw him continue to make plays over and over again. We seen Chris Harris Jr., former cornerback for the Denver Broncos, tweet out and said, man, should have been an all-pro. Big Slay play. Darius Slay also tweets out that they stole an all-pro from him as well, too. So they both agree that Derek Stingley Jr. should have been an all-pro last year, and I think this year he continues the same season he had last year, but puts it into a 17-game schedule. You're definitely getting an all-pro kind of year from Derek Stingley. I have no problem about it. Stamp it. That is a superstar in the making. Continuing on the defense, I think the next obvious one is Christian Harris. Christian Harris, a linebacker from Alabama just 2 years ago. There was a reason the Houston Texans were giddy when they drafted Christian Harris. Now, yes, you did not see a lot of it when Lovie Smith was playing. You got to see some bright spots here and there. But what his story was last year with DeMeco Ryans is anything short of amazing. The guy started off not so hot. All right, he was benched at one point to begin the year, and then all of a sudden the light bulb clicked. DeMeco poured that little pixie dust all over it and figured out that Christian Harris, you are a superstar in the making. I think Christian Harris is the next Patrick Queen to the Baltimore Ravens. He's not a Mike linebacker. He plays the will linebacker spot perfectly, and I have no problem with it. The man was a force at Week 18 with the Indianapolis Colts. The man provided a 91 PFF grade, the highest in his career, against the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs, which was nothing short but amazing. Pick 6, by the way. And with that being said, even the Baltimore Ravens game, this dude was everywhere. He followed Lamar Jackson as much as he could, and hey, the Texans didn't get the win, but that's not the point here. Christian Harris is a superstar in the making, and now with a full off season of finding that light bulb, finding that epiphany he had with DeMeco Ryans, the ceiling is nowhere to be found right now for Christian Harris's ultimate potential. And I am as excited to talk about Christian Harris as I am excited to talk about the last breakout star for the Houston Texans. We all know who it is. It's the guy you traded up for, number 3 last year, Will Anderson Jr. I do believe. Now, again, similar to the offense, the ball can only go so many ways for the offense, and Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins. You can only get so many sacks when you got guys like Daniel Hunter, Danico Autry, Will Anderson, and DeMeco Ryans stirring up something defensively as a game plan. But I do believe that Will Anderson, we've seen the video. You can check it out on my YouTube shorts below, where I had posted a video of Will Anderson, and he looks bigger. Like, no diddy. Like, no, pause, big pause. But he looks bigger. He looks thicker. All right, those the legs look a lot bigger. And Will Anderson seems like that maybe he did the gain muscle routine where you lose some weight but regain it in muscle. That's exactly what it looks like. And Will Anderson, I think, is on the verge of having a breakout year, similar to JJ Watt's rookie year, where he didn't get a lot of sacks. You know, nobody really was like looking for JJ Watt to have a breakout year the following year, but it ended up happening. And I think similar results could be happening here with Will Anderson. Now another full year underneath the tutelage of DeMeco Ryans. That defensive line was doing their things. You add in a Daniel Hunter, you add in a Danico Autry. It should only create better opportunities for Will Anderson, because who do you double team? At the end of the day, Waj is going to be eaten, and I do believe he gets over 8.5 sacks. I had another video over under 8.5 sacks. I believe Waj gets at least the double digits. That is a somewhat bold prediction considering the rest of the pass rushers, but I do believe this is happening, and these, ladies and gentlemen, are the breakout stars for the Houston Texans. We're going with Will Anderson. We're going Christian Harris. We're going Derek Stingley. We're going Juice Scruggs. And last but not least, we're going with my guy, Tank Dell. There might be some bias with him, but I don't care. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.